Would you mind show us your creative work and then to see how that's going to work out?
Yeah, can we share? Is it possible to share
Yeah, you
screen?
can share screen. Yeah, yeah, you should able to share your screen.
I mean, yeah, I think that works. So, so you can see my screen now, right?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, so I mean, in our architect company, so this is the product that we are trying to innovate a little bit, is to, to simplify construction knowledge. So it could be for school, and it also can be for like new graduate designer that works for like company who want to learn about construction drawings, construction knowledge, so they can put together. So it's pretty much like an advanced version of architecture graphics. If you know what architecture graphics is, it's like a books that teach you the fundamentals of construction. So I mean, what we have here is that we created 3D models for you to understand like how construction or how some rafters is being put together, like different components. And then traditionally you just read it from a 2D drawings that you Google research online, but now we put it together in 3D with annotations where you can click, and then y- you can click on the items to understand, have a brief understanding of what is it about. So it's like insulation knowledge, insulation layers versus the strip fan. And on the left, we put together the individual components where you can click, and then it comes into the supplier websites for you to look exactly like what it looks like. Because in 2D drawings, it's just a line sometimes. So from here, you can click to understand exactly, and you can come into supplier and kind of know what that thing is about. So it's like a seamless connection of those fragmented information we have in the industry. So yeah, I mean, our company is called Open Drywall. We had a hard time deciding the name, but it's have an idea for you to review like what's behind the drywall, how things are put together. So I mean, this is also a problem we have, realizing that in the architecture industry, like there is a lesser focus in construction knowledge. It's getting more and more schematic. The focus is, so we want to like, you know bring the basics of fundamental construction knowledge into an easier version for the new generation of young architects. So yeah, like this is what we're doing. I mean,
Hey, Marcus,
if
you may not necessary to put your mic because I can hear very well.
oh yeah, sure. So yeah, I mean, this is the website. It's called Open Drywall, and then we have like a waiting list that you can sign up, because we are trying to like put the content together and see how many people are interested. And then we have a YouTube video if you are first time visiting the site, to see what this product is about, and a launch demo. So yeah, if you have like if meet any students or young professional who's interested about the product, they can sign up. I mean, in summary, it's really about an advanced version of architecture graphics where you learn the fundamentals of construction knowledge easily through a three-dimensional visualization.
Wow, that's very cool. I can see that there's a lot of potential for a new construction, right? So you can present
Yeah.
to the clients how you put your designs together. And also I really like the components that you can select the components, and then we show you all kind of available options. And then
Yeah.
they, because more of the time the architect they specify I just need to have a steel beam strip whatever, but there's a ton of the option on the market. They can offer their clients can make and pick and choose what they want to put behind the drywall. So
Mhm.
that's very cool. That's very cool. So how the client can reach out to you guys?
So right now, if anyone who's interested in the product, they could just come, I mean, come to the homepage. And for now, you can just sign up on a waiting list if you're interested in the product. But if you have any questions or stuff like that, you can click us on contact us, and then maybe write us an email or any specific question. Right now, we are like really working with two types of personnel. This is the sign up page. So we work with like institution, with schools, or like with a specific architecture company, if we can build a database of like 3D information for them for their internal use, or like for their publish their projects. Like let's say today at Article, you want to publish a series of projects in 3D for marketing purpose, or for like just how to say, for internal understanding purpose, that works too. or if it's just individual owners who want to learn about construction easily, like it's like buying a book of architecture graphics in your library. It's like now you are buying a digital content of architecture graphics for you to learn. You can sign up here too. So yeah, like pretty much two options.
Wow, that's very great. I really like this idea. So because I'm working I'm working with my client. I'm working for USC right now. So more of the time is for the construction team, they're good. So they know what is the drawing exactly on the drawings. But for I can see that more of the time for other discipline, like other vertical, to understand plan, drawing, section, they do have a barrier. So I can see that this is a very good product and opportunity to optimize their communication gaps. So how do you have any educational related projects? And then I would like to see it if you have.
Educational related
Yeah,
projects.
so like the classroom, auditorium in the school. Do you have something like that?
In my own architecture practice, or
Yeah,
in this
you
content.
can do it both. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think classroom, okay, very interesting, very interesting. So last year we did a series of nursing schools.
Mm-hmm.
So they are like nursing schools. We did the projects in Minnesota. We did nursing schools, and we did their small nursing labs or nursing rooms. Let me see if I have any pictures here. So nursing schools, like they have like the nursing bed, like so they do simulations. That is it. So this is one of those classroom that we did, and they have a specific table that's more flexible and a screen, and then on the side, let me see. There's nursing bed for simulations. So the nurse would like how to like see if you can see here. There's like fake dummy human doll dummy here. So they have to. So we are designing space where they teach the nurse how to how to take care of the patients in condition and simulation. So I mean the client is called Rasmussen College. Is a big, how to say, it's a big chain for nursing school. So the programs that we did for them, other than the classroom, the nursing simulation lab, there's also like audio visual rooms. There's science and tech labs. There's like pantry area, office area, and there's very specific programs in the labs. I mean, in the overall academia. So for this school, I mean, it kind of shift between the academic programs. So not just nurse. Sometimes they do law enforcement, like police officer. So they have a rooms of stimulation where they bring out guns or how to deal with like hostile cases. So the school also like have like police officer, has security guards under law enforcement programs. So their audio visual needs, like AV needs, is different for those kind of programs. So depending of each year, like how many students from the police officer that they recruit, and then they certify them. So we'll kind of change the space a little bit for them. Yeah. So maybe this year there's more police officers, so we'll create new rooms that's flexible enough to like host or curate the course content for the police officers.
Wow. Actually, you just caught my attention. Right now my current position is an AV IT solutions architect. So I design the technology and implement solutions for the classroom, and then for the AV sign. But also because I have a IT, actually not IT, I have an architecture background, so I can work with the plan to do some layout. So can you explain a little bit about the AV portion? What you mentioned that before?
So every portion, like for example, like this classroom. So
Uh-huh.
there's a certain population that we have. I mean, this one specific, they have a standard like kind of prototype where you see each screen there's an AV projector on the top, and they wire it differently to the requirements. So we have a specialist on that on this project, I believe. Either that or we followed to a prototype. Let me see the other one. And for this case, I think it wasn't demonstrated here. There's also another screen. Like when we say AV, it's pretty much like a screen that for classroom that we can go up and down in the projection, stuff like that.
Mm.
And then I know that there's also a conference, maybe like bigger conference room
Mm-hmm.
with a different needs for that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it sounds amazing.
What kind of AV are you talking about in your case?
Oh, in my case, it's something similar. So, we are USC. I'm doing like the classroom automations. So one of the thing is when the professor they walk into the space, we have the occupancy sensor in the ceiling, so
Yeah.
that they would trigger everything, turn on automatically, lighting, projector screen, projectors, system is ready, and also we have the backend integration with Zoom. So the professor in the old world, so that the people have to plug in their HDMI cables to or whatever cable to their laptop or to share contents, right? But right now, because the technology, so the professor just log into their account and then they can share content to the screen wirelessly. So and also we have synchronized with the classroom schedule. So whatever class we're going to happen in the classroom is everything listed on the screen. And
That's
also
right.
what else? That yeah, so basically you have a smart home, but the enterprise version in the classroom. Yeah.
Enterprise version. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because the enterprise they do have something different because we have different consideration and security measure to design the technology. Sometimes the we also have voice activations too. So and then we because the COVID we're trying to do as much as we can have the user without touching their gear inside the classroom, and then they're able to teach. So that's what make that's actually is a great challenge, and then we overcome it. I believe that after the COVID, this actually will bring up more convenience because as before, no one will consider voice activation automated sensor for classroom because the cost and then also the to get funding will be tough because this is like an additional accessory, right? This is not provide actual features to teaching. But for right now, it's different. We also consider safety. We also consider also the technology is different now because everyone using Zoom to teach their class right
Yeah,
now.
that's right.
So to enable the student in the classroom, enable the professor to teach inside the classroom, and also
Effectively, right?
can have the remote student to join to the same class. This is a great challenge too. And then
It
one
is.
of
It is.
the I met one of my client last first day. So one of the requests is she don't want to come to the campus because they are very experienced professor. So they also have a very different position. Then this is more like the guest professor. So they have a good reputation. They have a lot of important things they take caring with. So have them to come to the campus always the barrier, particularly in COVID. So because they cannot get sick. So when they get sick, they may have a lot of issue for the research for their projects. So school trying to protect them as well. So and then we demonstrate that we have the technology, so the professor can teach in remotely, and then the student can sit in the classroom, have the conversation. One other thing is actually the conversation was really funny. So she asked for us how to do it. So and I just show my camera and then I just capture the way actually professor you're doing it right now, so can you imagine that you're already using your screen to teaching us what you need. So that's actually that's a that's will be the future for the I think it's for the AV technology because we we bridge the gap for the people to using the latest technology to teach the class. And also, this is just the front end, right? So there's only the user and professor can experience, a
Mhm.
student can experience in the classroom. But because this is a lot of technology difference, so the planning, like the network, like the infrastructure, that also is the back-end design. Like the typical architect, I need to specify how the step connect to each other, right? So in the architect world, we have join, we have sections to show how to put things together. And then, but in my current position, I also have this component, right? I need to specify how to mount the screen on this wall, right? How to mount the TV on whatever situation, but also I need to have the another um, uh, IT layers to show them how the devices connect to each other. This is a really great challenge for me. I'm doing it right now.
That's right. I mean, we should talk more like after the video, like to learn more about what you do right now. Because I
Yeah,
think
yeah, you know what?
there's a
Yeah, I'm happy to yeah, to share more. Yeah. So
mm,
and then wow, that's a really great. So Marcus, do you have more creative work you can share with us?
yeah, like I mean, in our own company, like we recently did a church renovation, and
Mhm.
this project took a long time, so it's currently in construction. And then I mean, these projects are from the later part are from like SOM. We did mention that this is from SOM project that we work on. So I think right now, as of right now, I mean, we do a lot of interior renovation projects too, which is, I mean, very personal and intimate with the clients. So
Mhm.
all this requires a lot of hard work and dedication to the with the client spend. And then we also do a lot of like F&B projects. We do a lot of restaurant. I mean, as a small company, we do a lot of restaurant projects.
Mm.
Yeah, like franchises like Bonchon Chicken. I know LA has one. So we are doing two Bonchon Chicken. It's a franchise from Korea right now that we are doing two units in Chicago, Millions Crab, and then yeah, like a lot of small projects to be honest. And architecture itself is very highly time consuming to do good work. You need to spend a lot of time on it.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah. Oh,
So
wow. You have a lot of project in Chicago. Where you are located right now?
oh, I mean, I live in LA right now. I mean, I started the company in 3 years ago. I think six or 7 months ago, I moved over here because my wife got a job in Los Angeles. So I'm pretty much here for a good amount of time.
Wow. How you work with your client in Chicago?
So
And then
my yeah, so my partner is in Chicago right now. So he's taking most working on most of the Chicago existing relationship or clients. And then we're
mhm.
trying to maybe get more projects in Los Angeles, California right now.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and then your clients to take care of like the site job walk, like the field measurements, and also coordinate with the contractor on site, right? Then
Yeah, exactly.
you can do design, and then you can support the documentations for him to.
Yeah,
Actually, I believe that when you have projects in LA, you also can work in the same fashion with your partner in Chicago, right? So
yeah,
that you can cover each other. That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
yeah. I mean,
Mm.
let's hope so, but I think that's constrained with our profession is being it's ultimately still professional service where you're charged by the hours. So, but being in America, because especially in California, there's so many like um how to say so many influence that we are building for the future. We're gonna make a difference. We're gonna innovate, and then yeah, we're really working hard to like innovate to see what architects or new architecture graduate not just going into traditional architecture firm, like what kind of value can they provide to the new world, to the new future. So like what you're doing like using your architecture skills, spatial skills, and apply it into audio visual kind of like technology. So I think it's really remarkable. So that's why I would say like maybe we can talk more like after the
Yeah,
recording
for
session.
sure. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then great. So and then I think that we can yeah, we can stop sharing the screen. I do have a few more questions for today. So give me
Yeah,
a sec.
definitely.
So let me
Let me
stop
stop.
just sharing. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, okay, I'm back. Got it. Thanks.
Hey, Marcus, thank you for your great work. So I'm really excited. So, and then, yeah, I also want to check out after this conversation. I want to check out your website to get some inspiration as well. I like
Yeah.
how 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 detailed of your work. So I believe that your team have great intention of care of the details to make it a really
Mhm.
great design for your clients.